Maurice Lucas died at just 58. His funeral was heartbreaking. But the truth? They lied about who he really was. Everyone called him the Enforcer. That nickname makes him sound mean and scary. But that title doesn't tell the whole story. You're about to learn who the man really was behind all those fights. Maurice Lucas was born in Pittsburgh in 1952. He played basketball at Schenley High School. Even as a teenager, he was special. In 1971, he won Mr. Basketball USA. That's like being the best high school player in the whole country. He went to Marquette University to play for Coach Al McGuire. Maurice was huge and strong. He could score and grab rebounds better than almost anyone. For 2 years, he dominated college basketball. In 1974, Maurice took his team all the way to the NCAA championship game. They played against North Carolina State for the title. Maurice was incredible that night. He played all 40 minutes and scored 21 points with 13 rebounds. His team lost, but everyone saw how good he was. Even in college, his teammates knew he was different. One player called him a banger and a bruiser. There's a story about Maurice splitting someone's mouth open with a hard screen. He wasn't trying to hurt anyone. He just played harder than everyone else. After his junior year, Maurice made a big choice. He could go to the NBA or the ABA. The ABA was newer and more physical. Maurice picked the ABA. He joined the Spirits of St. Louis. In the ABA, Maurice met his destiny. The league was rough and tough. Players fought all the time. Maurice fit right in, but one fight changed everything. He went up against Artis Gilmore. Gilmore was 7 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 240 pounds. He was like a giant. During the game, Gilmore tried to punch Maurice. He missed. Maurice didn't miss. He planted his feet and punched Gilmore right on the jaw. Down went the giant. That punch made Maurice famous. Everyone started calling him the Enforcer. He wasn't just a good player anymore. He was the guy who knocked out the biggest man in basketball. Other players were scared of him now. Maurice got traded to the Kentucky Colonels. He made the All-Star team. He averaged 17 points and 11 rebounds. But in 1976, the ABA folded. Maurice was heading to the NBA with a scary reputation. The Portland Trail Blazers picked Maurice in the dispersal draft. They traded 2 players just to get him. Portland needed someone tough. They've been losing for years because other teams pushed them around. In his first season with Portland, Maurice led the team in almost everything. He scored the most points, grabbed the most rebounds, and played the most minutes. He averaged over 20 points and 11 rebounds per game. Maurice teamed up with Bill Walton. Walton was a great center who could pass like a guard. Maurice was the muscle. Together, they became the best big man duo in the NBA. Walton was the hippie, Maurice was the enforcer, but they became best friends. Coach Jack Ramsey told Maurice to keep being physical. He wanted Maurice to intimidate other players. He wanted him to start fights if he had to. The coach knew that Portland needed that toughness to win. In 1977, Portland made the NBA Finals. They played the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers had their own tough guys like Daryl Dawkins. Philadelphia won the first 2 games. Portland looked finished. But in Game 2, everything changed. Dawkins swung at Maurice's teammate, Bobby Gross. Maurice wasn't going to let that happen. He threw a huge punch and knocked Dawkins down. Both players got kicked out of the game. That punch saved Portland's season. In Game 3, Maurice did something brilliant. Before the game started, he walked over and shook hands with Dawkins. Dawkins was so surprised he couldn't play well. Portland won that game. Maurice scored 27 points and grabbed 14 rebounds. Portland won the next 3 games too. They became NBA champions. Only the second team in history to come back from being down 0-2 in the finals. Maurice's punch changed everything. After helping Portland reach the top, Maurice kept moving. And if you want to follow every big game like Maurice did, you got to try Fubo. It's live sports, no cable. Click the link and watch the game, just like the Enforcer would have. Maurice stayed in Portland for 3 more years. He made 3 straight All-Star teams. He made the All-NBA second team and the All-Defensive first team. Portland retired his jersey number 20. Fans loved chanting "Luke" whenever they saw him. But eventually, Maurice had to leave. He played for 6 different teams over the next 8 years. He went to New Jersey, New York, Phoenix, Los Angeles, and Seattle. Even as he got older, he kept playing tough basketball. In Phoenix, Maurice made another All-Star team in 1983. He proved he was still one of the best players in the league. Teams wanted him because he made everyone around him better and tougher. Maurice's last stop was back in Portland. He returned for the 1987-88 season. It was like coming home. The fans still loved him. He didn't play as much, but it felt right to end his career where he became a legend. When Maurice stopped playing, he didn't stop working. Portland hired him as an assistant coach right away. He wanted to teach young players how to be tough, but smart. He followed coach Nate McMillan to Seattle, then back to Portland in 2005. But Maurice's biggest work happened off the court. He started the Maurice Lucas Foundation to help kids in Portland. The foundation began as a basketball program, but grew into something bigger. They helped kids with school, taught them about character, and showed them how to work hard. Maurice had 7 rules he taught kids: goal setting, integrity, hard work, personal responsibility, respect, and positivity. He partnered with families, teachers, and schools. He wanted to help kids from middle school all the way through college. The truth about Maurice Lucas was surprising. Yes, he was the enforcer on the basketball court. He fought when he had to. He protected his teammates. But off the court, he was quiet and gentle. He respected his mother. He was a great father. He treated everyone with kindness. Maurice spent countless hours helping young people. If kids said they wanted to fight like him, he corrected them. He told them basketball wasn't about fighting. It was about working hard and helping your team. He organized charity events to help sick children at the hospital where his own daughter had been treated as a baby. In April 2009, Maurice found out he had bladder cancer. He kept working as long as he could, but the cancer was strong. After the 2009-2000 season, he had to stop coaching. His health was getting worse. Maurice Lucas died at his home in Portland on October 31st, 2010. He was only 58 years old. The cancer had won its fight. Memorial services were held in Portland and in his hometown of Pittsburgh. When news of his death spread, everyone had beautiful things to say. Coach Nate McMillan called him a champion of a man and a warrior. McMillan said Maurice was his mentor and big brother. Bill Walton, his old teammate, called Maurice the greatest Blazer ever. But the most touching tribute came from Walton's family. He had named his son Luke after Maurice Lucas. That shows how much their friendship meant. Buck Williams, who played in the NBA later, said Maurice taught him how to be an all-star. Williams said Maurice looked out for the young, the weak, and women. Other players remembered how Maurice protected everyone around him. Today, the Maurice Lucas Foundation still helps thousands of kids every year. Over 2,200 students have been through their academy program. Another 4,300 have attended their basketball camps. Maurice's work continues even though he's gone. His jersey hangs in the rafters in Portland. Marquette University retired his number 2. He's in Marquette's Hall of Fame. The ABA named him to their all-time team. But his biggest honor is the love people still show him. Fans in Portland still chant, "Luke," when they remember him. They know he was more than just a tough guy. He was a champion who came back to help his community. He was a fighter who taught kids to solve problems with their brains, not their fists. Maurice Lucas punched his way into history, but he hugged his way into people's hearts.